Andy, I'm gonna need you to, can you put your camera back here or somewhere so it's not, you're not standing right here? Okay, you're just gonna set it up? Okay. Mike, you wanna start us off?
LeBron, there were a few times in playoffs past that you went the full 48, and series against Boston like 3 times in 12, and then a couple others. I just wondered, was that something that you had decided before the game, and did, being on the court that much, trying to find your legs that much, did that symbolize anything just about what this run has been like for you?
No, I mean, for me, it's just, just a mindset, and training the mind. As you train the mind, the body will fall where it may, and, take care of the rest. So, knowing coming into a game where I may have to play a full game, that's just my mindset. And, wasn't able to come through. Ultimately get the win. That was just my mindset going into the night.
Dan?
LeBron, throughout the year, we've talked a bunch of times just about how long this season was. I think I've seen you yawn more than I've seen anybody yawn through the course of a season. But how did this group energize you as it got into the postseason and as you got a chance to get, one level away from the finals?
I think it energized me from the moment that I was out for those 4 weeks, and I was just seeing, the type of team that we had, the type of energy that we brought into the locker room, the type of energy we brought onto the floor. And I just couldn't wait to join these guys with action and get on the floor, and and I knew how much I could make an impact with the group of guys. But it was always an exciting moment when we was able just to bring those guys into the locker room. We were just a better team right away. And it resulted in us getting to the Western Conference Finals.
Dave?
LeBron, the franchise goal, your goal personally, is championships in LA. This group got 8 wins away, which is close, but there's still, a way to go. How do you view moving on to next year 21 with the Lakers, and do you view contender status now, or there's upgrades to be made?
I haven't even thought about next year. I don't know.
If I could stick to this year then. It was a 4-game series. Every game had winnable moments,
Yeah.
and you guys certainly showed it. When you reflect on it, what were the margins, the edges that Denver ultimately was successful with?
It's just I think me and AD were just talking in the locker room for a little bit. I think we came to the consensus that, if not one of the best, probably the best team that we've played since we've been together for our 4 years. They're just well orchestrated, well put together. They have scoring, they have shooting, they have playmaking, they have smarts, they have length, they have depth. And one thing about their team, when you have a guy like Joker, who, as big as he is, but also as cerebral he is, you can't really make many mistakes versus a guy like that. And even when you guard him for one of the best possessions that you think you've guarded him, he puts the ball behind his head, Larry Bird style, and shoots it 50 feet in the air, and it goes in. I think he did it like 4 or 5 times this series. So you do like this to him. There it is.
LeBron, how do you, on an individual level, reflect on your season, your 38, your 20? A lot.
I really don't. It's not who I am. I guess I reflect on my career when I'm done. But I don't know. I'll let you guys talk about it. One thing that I only concern myself with is being available to my teammates, and I don't like the fact that I didn't play as many games as I would like because of injury. That's the only thing I care about, is being available to my teammates.
Jim?
LeBron, is there a sense of frustration because of what happened throughout the course of this particular series?
I mean, of course, that's human nature when you're a competitor. Obviously frustrated, not being able to, close out one of these games where you were in every game. 2 games in Denver, 2 games here. We were in every game. We were winning, about 15 and a half, and they hit us with a 36-point quarter. Took momentum of the game. We still have an opportunity, and just couldn't make plays down the stretch. So that's the frustrating part. But you you tip your hat to them. Like I said, it's a great team.
Tim?
LeBron, how do you balance the disappointment of a missed opportunity, but also look at this roster that's kind of reloaded and has potential for even greater things next year, potentially a championship roster? How do you balance the disappointment, but also the hope for next year?
I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I haven't begun to even think about next year. We had a great run, but we fell short of our goal, and our goal is to win championships. That's what this franchise is about, and we fell short of that. So that's disappointing.
Malika?
LeBron, I'm curious if you could walk us through. The day starts with Carmelo Anthony, someone who you are very close with, and your contemporary, announcing his retirement, and then you getting ready to play in a Western Conference Finals game as sort of the last man standing, if you will, from that class. What was that like for you?
Well, I kind of knew the announcement was going to happen because I shot the video a week ago that you guys seen today. So people probably think I'm lying about that too, huh? I shot that video like a week ago, so I already knew the announcement was coming. Just didn't know which day, but it happened today. And but it's still bittersweet, obviously. That's one of my best friends. When I got into this league, even before I got to this league, I mean, when we have so many moments when we were in high school, from competing against each other to, sitting outside of a hotel room, at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning on the steps of a hotel, and just talking about our journey up until where we were 17. I was 16, he was 17, and what we could possibly do going forward, what we could possibly do for our mothers, what we could possibly do for our families if we just continue to stay focused. I believe we was a driving force for one another. We were locked at the hip since high school. And then you guys saw that once we got into the NBA. And he was always a motivating factor for me. I've been in the Western Conference. I was in the East. So I would play our games, and then I would rush home to my downtown Cleveland, where I had an apartment my first 2 years in the league, and rush to turn the Nuggets games on, and watch Melo play. All the way to the point where we didn't make the playoffs my first year. I was in Denver for his first playoff game. You can look that up too, just in case you think I'm lying about that too. Definitely just a bittersweet moment today to see one of my great friends. I'll never like to say call it quits. I mean, just to say that, it's an amazing run, an amazing accomplishment, an amazing career, and we always will be joined at the hip no matter what.
LeBron, what, if anything, did Joker prove to you during the series?
Say it again?
What, if anything, did Joker prove to you during the series?
Nothing. I know how great he is. I know how great Joker is. There's certain guys in this league that play the game a certain way that I like to play the game as well, and he's one of them. Where you are always off balance when you guard a player like that because of his ability to score, rebound, shoot. He sees plays before they happen. There's not many guys in our league like that. So you already knew you was going against a beast once the series started. And not only just about his game, everybody gets cracked up into his stats, but I don't think a lot of people talk about like this part of his game. Well, maybe it's not talked about because a lot of people don't understand it, but I do. He's special.
Last three, we'll end with Chris, Tanya, and then we'll end with Melissa.
Chris Haynes, TNT. Brian, how confident you are with this roster going into next year as far as being able to say that you believe you guys will be back and not just be back, go further?
Well, I mean, if I'm not mistaken, I'm not quite sure what the roster will look like next year. I think myself AD, Max Christie. I think Vandal has a team option or player option, something like that. I don't know who else. I mean, the roster's not set. You know, obviously that's Rob in the front office. They're going to figure out the best way to put this team together going forward in the fall. But it's not like we have a team full of multi-year guys that's stuck in the contract right now. So I don't. See.
Tanya?
There was a video making the rounds of you shooting before the game. And they were doing a rehearsal for the trophy presentation on the court. Did that motivate you at all, or annoy you, or did you have any reaction to that?
Yeah, it was a little motivating factor for me tonight.
Melissa, last question.
Hey, Bron. Obviously, all-time scoring record, another season where you essentially defeat Father Time again. On a personal level, how would you evaluate the season that you had?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I love to play the game. I love to compete. I love to be out there for my guys, my teammates, wherever I have that particular year. I think it was special in the fact that having a first-year coach and a first-year coaching staff to be able to take them to the Western Conference Finals. I think that's dope for Coach Ham and his coaching staff going forward. That's pretty amazing. For me, I mean, it's all about availability for me and keeping my mind sharp and things of that nature. Being present on the floor, being present, locker room and bus rides and plane rides, things of that nature. It's challenging. It's challenging, for sure. It was a very challenging season, for me, for our ball club. And obviously, we know what went on early on and whatever the case may be. But it was a pretty cool ride. But I don't know. I think it was okay. I don't like to say it's a successful year because I don't play for anything besides winning championships at this point in my career, and I don't get a kick out of making a conference appearance. I've done it a lot, and and it's not fun to me to not be able to be a part of getting to the finals, but we'll see. We'll see what happens going forward. But I don't know. I got a lot to think about, to be honest. And just for me personally, going forward with the game of basketball, I got a lot to think about. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Elgin.